Now let's just bring a little bit of movement into the pelvis. So we're just moving side to side, just nice and gently, taking your time, and just feel the weight down through the pelvis on either side. So we've obviously got sitting bones on either side. They're also known as the ischium. That's the plural term, or ischial tuberosity. So that's the pointy bit of the sitting bone. You can always have a bit of a feel just to locate them. So if you just press your fingertips into right about the center of the buttocks with a nice big glute maximus muscle, you'll pretty much find them. Okay, so that's 2 points where the pelvic floor attaches to. So all these attachment points are quite helpful to know with regards to how we're going to strengthen it, because it will change what movements we do. Okay, and then come back to center. Now let's just gently rock the pelvis forwards and back too. Forwards and back. So as we roll back, we're of course moving towards the tailbone. You might not be able to feel any weight go down through the tailbone. It depends how long it is. Some people have 3 vertebrae, some 4, some 5. If you're more on the 5 side, you might be able to just feel the end of the tailbone press into the block as you tilt the pelvis back. Not to worry if not. And then as we come forwards, we've got some weight going down, of course, some load going down through the front of the pelvis. So that is called the pubic arch, which you can see on the model here. It's got pubic arch, the pubic bones join there, and we've also got cartilage in between. That gives us the pubic symphysis joint, and then collectively, just here, that's just known as the pubic arch. Okay. Now, the pelvic floor, as you may have guessed, also attaches to that pubic arch and therefore gives support and protection and stability to the pubic symphysis joint as well. Okay, so again, we're going side to side. Slow, steady breathing. We're going front to back. Tailbone, pubic arch. Tailbone, pubic arch. Now we're going to join the dots. So we're going over to the sitting bone, coming back to the tailbone, over to the other sitting bone, and forwards. So we're out, we're back, we're out to the side and forwards. Every so often changing directions. So keep your awareness through the pelvis now, and think of those. I invite you to think about those bony points we've mentioned already. So again, the pubic arch, the sitting bones, and the tailbone at the back. All right, we're going to take a journey around this area of the body now. Okay, so as we come over to one side, we again have got a little bit of load going down through that sitting bone. So we come to the side again, load through the sitting bone, and then again coming back, tailbone, and coming forwards. Now, what I invite you to do, it's going to be static for a moment. What I invite you to do now is to join those 4 bony points in your mind's eye. So we're just joining the dots. And if you do that, that's going to give you a diamond shape. The pelvic floor is very diamond shaped, not exact, but it's that kind of layer. If you were to lay it out flat. Now, the pelvic floor is a muscle group. It's not just 1 or 2 muscles. There's 2 layers to it as well. So you've got that pelvic diaphragm that sits deep into the pelvis, attaches up to the inside of the pelvis. And then we've got that more superficial layer closer to the surface that again reaches out to these 4 bony points as well. Both layers, let's get moving again. Both layers offer support to the internal organs, especially the ones in the pelvic cavity. And they also give support to the joints of the body. So again, the pubic symphysis joint, the coccyx, where there is a tiny little joint called the coccygeal joint, and the sitting bones. The sitting bones aren't joints, but that area still needs some support. My invite to you now is to just focus on your breath. The breath and pelvic floor are very much connected via the pelvic floor diaphragm and the respiratory diaphragm. Okay, we're going to take a breath in through the nose and then exhale. We'll come back to being static now. Exhale. See if you can just start to gently draw the pelvic floor up. So it's not a squeeze that can create a lot of tension. We don't want that. It's just a gentle lift as we breathe out. I invite you to breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in for that lovely big expansion. Exhale, draw in. So we've got an expansion on the inhale, we've got a retraction on the exhale. Through the lungs, the rib cage, and the pelvic floor muscle fibers, they draw in. Exhale. Inhale, soften, feel the weight go down, feel that softening of the pelvic floor. And then as you exhale, strongly through the mouth, you're going to feel that tummy pull in a little bit, so that navel will draw into spine, because the navel, the belly button is in the center of the rectus abdominis muscle, so we're going to feel those draw in. The rectus abdominis are very proactive when we come into our breath work. And then we inhale, just soften. Exhale, feel the rectus abdominis draw in. That, by the way, is attached to the pelvic floor too, so it meets with the pelvic floor via fascia. And then inhale, we soften. Good, keep it going. Start to focus again a bit more on drawing that pelvic floor upwards. So it might feel a little different for everyone. Relax down, breathe in, keep it going. Exhale, lift. Inhale, expansion, soften. Exhale, feel the strength. Breathe out as the lungs empty, the pelvic floor hopefully lifts a little. I hope you enjoyed your intro to the pelvic floor.